And welcome to Stanley, Wisconsin. It is the Zaleski Sports Game of the Week presented by Security Health Plan. Promises kept, plain and simple. And your friends, myself, Jason Zaleski, Dan Ross to my left. I got Trevor and Garrett up here too, making sure you get the best broadcast known to mankind here tonight. The visitors from Cadott, the Hornets, are on the field, as are the Stanley-Boyd Orioles. And both teams, Dan, with a win last week. Tell us about those scores before we get to the national anthem here.
Yeah, Stanley-Boyd went into Colby last week with a really impressive win, 44-22. Colby traditionally very strong in the area. Yeah. A team that has many state titles over the years. Really good win for the Orioles, and a lot of pomp and circumstance around the program this year. That's a tough conference. The Clover Belt is not an easy conference, but Stanley-Boyd should be in the top part of that, I would think.
Yep, they'll be in the mix. They've got some highly recruited players on this team. We'll talk about, you'll hear their names often. Yep. For the Cadott Hornets, I understand they played Augusta last week, came out with a win.
Yeah, 33-8. We talked to the coach before the game. He was really impressed with how
Todd Reichel.
Yeah, Todd Reichel. Really impressed with how his young guys played. Not a very experienced team, not a lot of upperclassmen coming back this year. He mentioned having 4 core seniors that are leading the team this year. But going into Augusta, 25-point win, 33-8. They're out of Lakeland Conference.
They are indeed.
Which we saw last week as well.
We did. We saw Ladysmith. They're going to be a top contender in that conference. So will Grantsburg, and Cadott hopes to be in that mix as well. And a non-conference test here for the Hornets tonight, as it looks like we are lining up for national anthem. We'll hear from Play It Again Sports and come back for today's national anthem right after this on Zaleski Sports. Be ready for your season with Play It Again Sports of Eau Claire. Play It Again Sports is just down the road, south of the 5393 intersection in Eau Claire. Just tell them you saw this commercial on Zaleski Sports and get $5 off any $50 order and $10 when you spend $100. Play It Again Sports, buy, sell, trade, and be ready for your season.
Play some football.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Ooh.
Jane, I'm Steve from Security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
We're going to have some glare tonight.
It is the Zaleski Sports Game of the Week presented by Security Health Plan. Promises kept, plain and simple. It is the Stanley-Boyd Orioles kicking off to the Cadott Hornets to get us started here. Trevor, what'd you say? How many games tonight? 14? 12. Close enough. 12 games live on Zaleski Sports right now. We had 3 last night. We give you 15. That's where my 15 was. 15 free football games all across the state of Wisconsin, from New Richmond to Milwaukee and everywhere in between. We are live right now with high school football here in Wisconsin. Jason Zaleski alongside Dan Ross. And again, the Orioles will kick And the Hornets, as Dan said in our pregame, a bit of an inexperienced bunch. 4 seniors on the team, and the rest of the Utes are out there for these Hornets, and they're going to learn a lot tonight. Stanley-Boyd comes in as the favorite here tonight, as this will be Jesse Allard to kick for the Orioles. Allard, a sophomore for the guys in orange, and here is Allard's kick, and it's going to go all the way into the end zone for a touchback. That one flew over the head of Riley Winsell. That was back to return, and Winsell did not have a chance.
For those that have not been here to Stanley-Boyd, what a beautiful facility. Top-notch, best in the area. Forward Financial Field right here in Stanley. Nice turf field, beautifully manicured. Futurescape, I think, is the term that we hear a lot. There you go, yeah. I've been here a number of times, Level 4 football games and others, as the Hornets line up. And it'll be a handoff off the right side, breaking a couple of tackles and being dragged down. That is Owen Fassbender. And Fassbender's going to scratch out a couple, and a good opening play for the Hornets. And again, it was... Pick up a 4. Coach Reichel was... somewhat, he was joyfully concerned, I think is the phrase I'm going to put on our talk with Todd before the game. He said, we're really looking forward to this challenge. We think we're going to learn a lot about our ball club, win, lose, or draw here tonight. Yeah, tough road game. Handoff this time goes to Warren Bowe, and Bowe will get about a half a yard. It's going to bring up 3rd down for the Hornets. 3rd and long. 2 runs to start this out. Yeah, Coach Reichel, essentially admitted, we're probably a bit overmatched here, and what I really want our kids to have a look at is how the Orioles play football, and I'm paraphrasing here and kind of changing it to my own words, but perhaps we can pattern ourselves like the Orioles here for the rest of the year. That was the message I got from Coach Reichel. Here's a 3rd down now for Cadott, low snap, and in trouble. Scrambling to his right, and it's going to be a loss on the play after the low snap. Aiden Reichel did everything he could to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up a 4th down for the Hornets, and the punt team is on the field. Quick 3 and out. If you're an Orioles fan, that's a great start to this game. If you're an Orioles fan, stand up and clap your hands. I always... Wings. Yeah, how would you stand up and flap your wings? Yeah. All right. For the record... I liked the old Stanley-Boyd Orioles mascot picture drawing. Oh, this punt is straight up here. Yeah, well, it's end over end, which is good, and it's actually going to be fielded at the 45-yard line, and the Hornets swarm. As that was Alex Williams who decided, hey, what the heck? Let's take the ball and see what I can do with it. 20-yard punt. Yeah, which means the coverage was there. 20-yard punt, including bounces. Yeah. Coverage was right on top of it. Yeah, very dangerous ball to play. Able to hang on to it. Well, I mean, the RPMs were in the thousands on the punt. Like I said, it looked nice flying through the air. Stanley-Boyd is going to give us chunks of yards through the air and on the ground. Very experienced team. Here we go, the Orioles. 3 receivers in the set. H-back to the right. Handoff goes... on the right side and swallowed up. Nice tackle there made by number 61, Drew Reichel. And it's going to be a loss of 2 on the play, so the Hornets defensively ready to go. Up-tempo offense. Yep, Orioles ready. Man in motion, and that will be the ball carrier. That's Jake LeGrander, and LeGrander is off and running. Breaks 1 shoestring tackle, and he takes it to the house. It's a touchdown for Jake LeGrander. And the Orioles, a run of 47, and the Orioles strike first. Yeah, a little counter to the man in motion. Broke a tackle. See you later. Yeah, and the Hornets, such a nice team tackle. We'll take a look at the replay here as we see LeGrander, and really a couple of nice blocks. After the PAT, we're going to have Trevor back that up one more time. So I want to call out a couple of these guys. As you see at the very end there, that was Kellen Blanchett took a flying stab at it. Here the Orioles go for 2, and in for the 2-point conversion is Jesse Allred. All right, let's go back to the line of scrimmage, Trevor, with that. I want to talk about a couple of these offensive linemen that helped to make that play happen. Yeah, go.
Yeah, go there. And a couple of these linemen are going to pull. Gets a nice seal. Stop it there. Gets a nice seal block from Alex Williams, and then number 65 right there, Gavin Hatfield. Go ahead and play it. Yeah, Hatfield just clears the way, and LeGrander, all kinds of room after that, gets through the secondary and scores. 47 yards. There you go. Instant replay on the game of the week.
Love to see it.
Nobody's doing it like Zaleski Sports. Don't even think about it. All right, so 8-0, and Cadott. Again, they came in somewhat, Dan, and we talked about our speech with Coach Reichel. He knew he had his work cut out for us, but now 2 plays and a touchdown. Hornets will be up against it here in this first quarter.
Cadott didn't have a hard time last week, so this will be the first time that the team's facing a little bit of adversity. Be interesting to see how the kids react on this possession.
Again, 12 games live right now. Loyal Greenwood takes an 8-0 lead over Neilsville.
How about that Stratford-Edgar game?
It's going to be a dandy. It always is. You know what? And they're a few minutes off the clock, and nobody's scored yet. We have a score here, though, 8-0 off the LeGrander 47-yard touchdown. Kick taken here by Riley Winsel. Winsel finally gets a chance to return one, and he's going to bring it across the 20, and the Hornets will start their second drive tonight at their own 24-yard line.
I saw in the weekly polls, if you're into such things after 1 week, Stanley-Boyd safely in there. Good to see.
Here at Zaleski Sports, VIP members get to see our top 5 through 7 divisions. So we give essentially our 35 best teams in the land. And you go to ZaleskiSports.com, click VIP. Yeah, it's tough to do them early. It really is.
It's really tough.
Pass play here for the Hornets. And ball tipped, and it's intercepted. Pass is intercepted. That ball tossed by Aiden Reichel, and the tip drill ensued. And who did we have, Dan? 7? I think so. Caden Paul. We'll for sure see it on the replay here in just a minute. It went through about 6 sets of hands on its way through. Yep, go ahead. Let's hit it. That's all right. We'll go backwards. But you can see it, that ball being tipped around everywhere, forward and backward. Actually, may have even
through
hit
the hands. Yeah.
Yeah, it even hit a Hornet.
Yeah.
It may have been maybe 15.
Kevin Roscoe.
Jackson. Who do you think? Oh, the intended receiver.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jackson Gint may have been the interceptor. And quick pass to the outside, in and out of the hands of Cole Brenner.
I'm looking forward to about 15 minutes from now when the sun is a little bit below the trees.
Yeah, people watching, they're enjoying the camera view because the sun is not in their eyes, but wow. Really tough to see right now.
Man in motion, swing out to him.
Yeah. Swing pass coming this way, stiff arm, and a big play there is made by 83, Rudy Kletch. So Kletch with a nice play. He's going to gain 6, and it's going to be 3rd and 4 upcoming. And that's the other thing that Coach Reichel talked about, too, is that the Orioles are going to throw it around the yard here a little bit, and that has been the case here through the first half a quarter. Quick again, this will be good enough for the first down.
Not quite 47 yards this time for LeGrander.
Not that time. But Jake LeGrander racking up yards nonetheless. Probably a good 6 or 7 there.
They are off and running here.
Yeah. Well, you know what you want to do. You just go out and do it. Another quick handoff on the trap. That one, Rudy Kletch comes in from his outside receiver spot and carries the ball forward for a gain of about 3.
Second and 7.
Here's Eisenberger now motioning. He's got 4 receivers in the set, Dan Ross. Pump fake. Throw.
Wide open.
And intercepted. Knocked away. Nice play made there by Isaac Wellner. It looked like, to me, Wellner had a chance at grabbing that one.
He did.
But in and out of the hands of the defensive back, Wellner.
At the high school level, sometimes you get away with staring the receiver down.
Especially on the pump fake.
Yeah.
All right, so third and 7. Here's Eisenberger. Handoff.
Slipped.
Yeah, it's going to gain a couple. We'll see what the Orioles do here. It looks like there's no question about it. Offense will stay on the field for the Orioles as they go quick again. Handoff to Williams.
Yeah, their kicker has a leg, but feel like there's blood in the water a little bit here.
And the slant is going to be overthrown and intercepted. Picked off that time by Riley Winsell as that went over the top of Cole Brenner and right into the loving, waiting arms of Winsell.
Yep.
4th down play. But turnovers, not what the Orioles wanted, and the Hornets are happy for it. Here we see it here. It went
just a little bit
slant.
too high.
Yeah, just overthrew Brenner.
Just over the outstretched hands.
Actually, that's number 6, intended receiver Madden Marr. Again, gang, it is.
Yeah, it is hard to see right now.
If not for the replay, I would have never known who the pass was intended for, actually. Because the TV screen I get to look into doesn't have any sun on it.
Under pressure, he's going to get sacked.
Right away. Swarmed under, and it's going to be cleaned up eventually by Storm Thierry. So Thierry will get credit for the sack with help from all his friends.
I am taking some rudimentary stats over here.
All right, good. Basic. You're caveman-ish. But that's all right. You know, cavemen got us here.
It's true.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for caveman, we would not have had football.
That's right.
We are less than 4 minutes into this game. A lot of action already.
A lot of action. Got a turnover, got a touchdown, a 2-point conversion.
2 turnovers, yeah.
2 turnovers, you're right. Playoffs. We're going to have a flag here.
This is a procedure penalty.
Yeah, our white hat Bob Houts is going to tell us all about it, and it's going to be on the Orioles. And
Offside.
Orioles were over the line, yeah. Okay. Unlike the NFL, you do not get to reset back on your side if there's no movement. If you're across the line, it's a flag.
So got the sack yardage back, 2nd and 9.
Okay. Handoff coming this way into a pile of Orioles, and boy, going to be able to ram forward for about 1.5 yards. Carry there made by, Warren Bowe. There we go. Yeah, Dan, what do you figure? We got about 8 minutes before that sun leaves our view. Holy cats. I mean, we're thankful for the sun, but this is brutal.
Yep. 3rd and 7 from the 20. Be nice to see the Hornets be able to move the sticks here.
Okay, 3rd and 7 it is. Aiden Reichel sets running backs to either side, and now whistles on the field, and it's going to be a timeout. Hornets, we will do the same. You're watching the Zaleski Sports Game of the Week, presented by Security Health Plan. Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now. And back to Stanley, the Zaleski Sports Game of the Week. Dan's got a score update from Marathon County.
Yep, Stratford 6, Edgar 0.
All right. Edgar Ladysmith was our Security Health Plan Game of the Week a week ago, and it was a dandy, 28-20, and it came down to the couple final plays. It was a fun one to watch. There's the handoff coming to the right side, cutting back up. Was
Fassbender.
Fassbender?
Yep.
22, yep, there you go. So Fassbender, a couple of yards, but it is a 4th down for the Hornets. And in comes the punt team. Let's see, we had a 20-yarder last time. And what I thought was a beautifully spun ball off the foot of the punter. We'll see what happens this time.
Put a little English on.
Yeah. All right, yeah, better quality punt here. It's going to be fielded at the 50-yard line. No, and fumbled forward, and the Hornets are on it. Cadott takes advantage as the ball sprung free from Alex Williams. And on it is, guess what, Dan? The quarterback, Aiden Reichel. So he goes down and covers it and ends up falling on the loose change, and the Hornets gain about 30 yards of field position on the fumble.
2nd turnover already for the Orioles.
All right, so.
That ball was spinning pretty quick again.
Yeah, it looked better than the last one, though. So that's the thing early in the season. Make each play just a little better than the last.
Tough to catch.
Yeah, here's Reichel on the rollout and gets by one Oriole and throws it outside. It's going to lose yards, but Reichel did what he could. He was under pressure really from the snap there, Dan, and got it out to Bo, and Bo's going to lose a few. He's really left without any options there.
Yeah,
he's kind of flung it to his right.
Yeah, you would love to see him just throw it over the head or something. But you never know. Plus, you're under severe pressure.
That's what Monday film is for. Yeah. Get to watch these things back and get a little better. Reichel, a junior, so he's got all this year to get better for his senior year. Here comes the handoff, and able to get a few, but a holding flag, I think, is what just flew as Bovey. Sorry, there we go. Warren Bovey on the carry. But Bovey ran for a few, but the offensive line made a hole illegally to help him out.
Yeah, the Orioles are getting into the backfield. They're winning the battle of the trenches.
Yeah.
That ended up being a pretty good run because he was so strong coming through the line, able to carry a couple guys. But that's something that Cadott kind of knew coming in.
Yeah. Well, and you look, and now that the sun has gone down a little bit for us, you can see now, for us anyway, the size mismatch. Yeah. I mean, it's quite a discrepancy, orange versus white on the front line. All right, so second and very long now for Cadott. And I would have said, expect a handoff here, and it was. And Bovey slung forward. He's going to gain a few.
Yeah, he's a good runner.
Bovey is a good runner. He's tough. He doesn't go down on the first contact. He continues to drive his legs through it. Been fun to watch so far.
He did pick up about 5, but it's still, like you said, 3rd and 20.
Yeah, 3rd, and I can't compute. The Hornets fortunate to have the ball after the Orioles fumbled on the punt just a few plays ago.
Maybe we'll call it 3rd and 18.
All right. I trust you. That's what you're here for. Math whiz. 2 to the left of Reichel. Running back split on either side. The motion man is Winsel, and Winsel gets the carry, and he's dropped in the backfield. Just looking for the number there on the tackler.
Looks like 17 Legrander.
Yeah, I was going to say that too.
Yeah.
All right, so punt team. 3rd time now that Cadott will punt, but they are gaining field position on the Orioles since the Stanley-Boyd touchdown.
I'm a big fan of having a second screen that's a couple seconds behind.
You like that? You kind of catch up on some things?
It's pretty good. His 3rd punt of the game.
Okay. This will be fielded at the 35-yard line, and chase to the Orioles' sideline is Alex Williams. So Williams hangs on to that one, and he'll have his Orioles out to their own 46-yard line.
4.5 minutes to play in the first quarter.
Okay. Fast-moving. Let's talk about that, though, Dan. The Orioles, a fast-moving offensive bunch.
Yeah. We don't see a lot of fast offenses in our area. So pretty interesting to see. We see a lot of teams keep it on the ground 30 seconds every play.
Very aware of the clock.
Yes.
A lot of teams across the state, really. Okay, so here go the Orioles now. On offense now for the 3rd time. A touchdown, an interception, and now this drive here. And flushed out and throwing it away wisely.
Yeah, good play. Don't force it. Don't take the sack.
Yep, and you get that out of a senior, which is Carter Eisenberger. So that's senior knowledge. Just knowing we've got good field position and we've got 2nd down coming up.
Throw it to your coach.
Throw it to your coach. Coming to you.
Quick again to the line.
Know what you do and just go do it. Here's Eisenberger. Handoff comes straight up the middle. Running over 1 and a nice gain of about 7 on the carry.
It's Dorn.
Okay, Logan Dorn. Junior running back for these Orioles.
Yeah, really interesting. They really spread it out, 4 wide receivers, and handed it off the middle.
Okay, swing pass here, and tight roping the sideline is Gint. And Gint will be just short of the line to gain, it appears.
Looks like he's got it.
I'm watching the far side official, and first. Yeah.
Yeah, the white hat gave it to him.
And now the chains move.
Yep.
All right. Everybody just had to get up to speed with it.
Tiptoeing that sideline with the ball outstretched. Right up the middle again, breaking tackles.
Oh, big run here underway.
Oh,
Still running people
down.
over. And see you later, Rudy Kletch, as he ran through and over the Hornets defense on his way to the end zone.
He's going to get some high fives on the way back to the bench on that.
Wow, look at Kletch go. He's a senior.
44-yard touchdown run.
Kletch only wanted 6, and he was not going to be stopped.
Now, a really weird formation for this two-point conversion. We have the center all by himself.
Okay, quick pass, screen set up to the
nice.
near side, and hauled in and carried across the goal line by Madden Marr. And it is 16-0 Stanley-Boyd. 2 big plays, 2 touchdowns.
I do not think that Cadott was ready for that.
It did not appear as they were in the end. So, all right, 16-0. Let's take a quick break. Back for more in just a moment. You're watching the Zaleski Sports Game of the Week, presented by Security Health Plan.
I had an employee at once ask me to prioritize family, faith, and business, and I put them in that order in particular. For each one of our employees, it's family first. You do what is best for you and your family. Then the rest of it will take care of itself. It's about making sure you make the best decisions for you and your family.
And back here to Stanley we come, as it was a Kletch power touchdown right before that commercial break, Dan. And he was, they use that phrase a lot, man on a mission. But he was a man made for 6 points. Dan's checking out some score updates.
Yeah, Assumption keeping the game pretty close. It's 14-0 Alma Pepin. They started earlier, so they're late in the third quarter.
6 o'clock kickoff. Oak Creek and Muskego. The Knights of Oak Creek lead 3-0 in a big game in southeastern Wisconsin.
I love me a kicker battle.
Here's the return underway, and twisting ahead across the 20 is Isaac Wellner. All right, Dan, so what have we seen out of the Hornets here so far in the first quarter, and what makes you think that they can figure out this Orioles defense in short order, because already it's 16-0?
Yeah, a lot on the ground by the Hornets so far. You're down by 2 touchdowns. Probably got to start airing it out a little bit. No first downs yet.
Not yet.
No. Did have a couple turnovers. We had the fumbled punt. Not able to capitalize, but I think you want to give your defense a little bit of a break here.
Okay, well, we'll see if they can do that. A lot of these guys go both ways. Shovel pass to the right, and met
Swarmed.
right as he caught that shovel pass. The Orioles were right there. And that was Bovey on the carry. Let's see here. Loyal Greenwood now up 16-0 over Neelsville. So the newly formed co-op, Loyal Greenwood. And I'll tell a story about that. I'll give you an update on a mascot that brings some disappointment to my life over there in Loyal Greenwood.
We love mascots here in Zaleski Sports.
I know. Well, you'll be disappointed then, too. Here comes the handoff, and again in the backfield. And there is number 50, Storm Thierry. And Storm storming it up in the backfield, throws him for a big loss there.
A sack and a tackle for loss so far.
The Loyal Greenwood co-op had, voted on a nickname back in the spring. They came up with the Wolves, which I thought was weak sauce, but all right, you got a nickname. They're the Wolves. That's fine.
What did you want to call them?
Well, the Greenhounds. That's the only name you can call them.
Take a little bit of both names.
Yeah, the Greenhound. We had a logo drawn up for them and everything. The old Greenhounds.
Handoff up the middle on 3rd and long, big hit. And then he fumbled, it looks like.
So Bovey on the carry, and they'll unpile. It'll stay with the Hornets, but it will bring up 4th down. So punt team back on for the 4th time here in the first quarter for Cadott. So we get to football season, and what happens is I asked Coach Chris Lindner, hey, tell me how the Wolves are coming along. He's like, well, we just call ourselves Loyal Greenwood Football. There was some, I don't know, We had to satisfy some people back in Clark County.
Fourth punt. This is a good one. Over the head.
We no longer have a nickname. And I said, come on, man. What's going on over there? But it's a new co-op, and feelings are strong, and opinions run wild, and all of a sudden you're the Wolves, and now you're the football team. It's not the first time it's happened.
The Washington football team.
Well, it's not the first time it's happened.
Yeah. Well, Pack it down 14-0. They had a rough go of it last week as well. Although Freedom is not an easy game. Strong athletes at that school.
Yeah.
Good sports programs.
All right, here we go. Final 2 minutes of the quarter, opening quarter. Orioles back on the attack again. They already lead 16-0, 2 big scores.
Oh, big hit.
Yeah, nice hit. Good form tackle out there.
Kevin Roscoe with the big hit.
Yeah, and he brought down Clutch, and Clutch showed on that last Orioles play he is hard to bring down.
Yeah.
But he was dropped there. Gain of about 2.
Across midfield, Orioles have been inside Cadott territory most of this first quarter.
And here comes a swing pass
look
this
at this
way.
block outside.
Yeah, huge block.
Wow.
And see you later. Jackson Gint will take it to the house. Compliments of Madden Marr.
49-yard touchdown pass.
Wow.
Yeah. You should give the game ball to Marr because that was an unbelievable block.
It's what dreams are made of, folks.
Looks like they're going to line up for an extra point this time, maybe. Let's see. Nope.
Okay, now, I mean, it's working, right? So if it's working and it's rolling,
yeah, another
keep
weird...
it going, man. Keep it going.
Oh, wow. Let's get a replay of this, Trevor. So
Trevor, that's okay. That's okay. He's on tech support right now, so we got to let him roll.
So they brought the kicking block out. They put a lot of the linemen to the left with just the center and snapped it directly to somebody on the left side.
See, I smell a rule change coming, right? Because if the kicking block is out, we got to commit to a kick. I smell a new rule.
See, the kicking block is... Yeah, we'll switch it over here.
Hey, listen, you're playing within the confines of the rules. Who am I to say what's going on out there?
So you see the kicking block is on the 10-yard line. The kicker is out there.
Yeah.
He's standing on the block. The quarterback in shotgun, and watch where the snap goes. Doesn't even go between the legs.
Yeah. It's fancy. And think about the practice time it takes for that.
Yeah.
Except for the kicker. He just stands there.
Well, I mean, he had to get a kicking block. He doesn't have a dog come out to get it yet. See?
Well, fantastic is what I say about
Last
all
week
that.
we talked about the dogs being able to go out there and get the kicking tees.
Still haven't seen it yet. We talked about it a lot. I figured we'd go somewhere this week and it would happen, but they haven't quite caught on to our shtick yet.
24-0. Orioles on top.
Muskego has just scored. They go ahead in the south suburbs over Oak Creek 6-3. Extra point coming.
Stratford up 14 now.
Yeah.
Stratford really good.
Stratford is really good. This
goes out of bounds.
Ball will roll out of bounds. I saw Stratford here in a level 3 game a few years back. Lost to Grantsburg, I think, that day. Been to Forward Financial Field a number of times over the last 10 years. It is magnificent. You know, I showed Dan earlier, my favorite feature is the party deck off on the 20-yard line, 10-yard line to the right side of your screen.
Edgar kind of has that.
They do have a bit of a raucous area, and around the same place, right down on the 10-yard line to the. Theirs is to the south. Here we're to the north. But anyway, it's arranged well. It's a great fan viewing experience here in Stanley.
1:13 left to play in the first quarter. It's a 24-0 game.
Okay. Hornets still have not gained its first down yet. Looking for that. Bovey will run up another couple. So Bovey's averaging about 2 yards a carry. That will not get you a first down. That'll get you 8 yards. So something else has got to happen for the Hornets.
Let's see how your math looks here. 16 yards on 6 carries. Yeah. A little under 3 yards.
Okay. Yep. So 3 yards there. 2nd and 7. Reichel calls for it. Give up the middle, and a nice blast up the middle. It's going to be a gain of 3, maybe 4. It's going to bring up third down. But Bovee, the workhorse for the Hornets here tonight.
It's going to be third, and I'm going to call it 4.
Okay. Dan, whatever you call it, it is. That's what we're committing to here tonight.
Perfect.
Okay. Although the sun has, for the evening, departed us.
Beautiful evening.
Yeah. And we have reached the end of the first quarter here in Stanley. It is the Stanley-Boyd Orioles 24 and the Cadott Hornets nothing. You're watching the Zaleski Sports Game of the Week, presented by Security Health Plan.
Bauer & Feind has been based in Marshfield since 1955. And if you're in business that long, you're obviously doing many things right. We always focus on selling world-class products, backing it up with world-class customer support.
Working with Bauer & Feind Business Technologies has been a pleasure. We have staff on call that we can call if we ever have issues, and the printer usability has been really easy, user-friendly.
Give us a call, visit our website. We'd be happy to come in, talk to you. Maybe there's a way we can help you save some money and work more efficiently.
As we come back to Stanley, it's going to be a third down for the visiting Cadott Hornets. They still are on the search for their first down. Dan, I feel it, though. I feel it coming. And, you know, the one thing about that momentum in football, right? You get 1, then you get 2, then you get 3. See if the Hornets, during that quarter break, were able to put a couple things together. We shall see. The Orioles, though, defensively, we talked about this earlier. The defensive line is stout. There are some marquee players for those Orioles up front, and they are tough to get through and have proven that again here tonight.
Need 4.
Okay, here we go. 3rd and 4 for the Hornets. Handoff again to Bovee. He goes around left side, spins out of 1 tackle, and he's going to get about 3.5. Going to leave him a half a yard short. It's 4th down coming up for the Hornets. Well, 24-0, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you've punted 4 times in the quarter.
They gave it to him.
All right, so we got a first down. Well, that's one way to do it. Get a favorable measurement, a favorable spot. Bovee ran hard there. He spun to that first tackle. He earned every bit of those 4 yards. So mark him down for 4, if you didn't already.
I got you.
Okay. All right, so first down. Cadott on the move across their own 20-yard line. It'll be from the 27. And pass is intercepted. Shoulder down on his way. And wow, intercepted was Aiden Reichel. Brought in by Cole Brenner. Brenner read that like a library book that when he goes to school next week, it's exactly what he's going to check out of that library. A book on how to intercept a pass. So watch him jump the route here, Dan. Look at, he comes up from behind. Yeah, he saw it the whole way.
Read his eyes.
The person who didn't see it was Aiden Reichel, but it was Cole Brenner. He saw it the whole way, jumped in front of Blaine Mengel, and brought it down inside the 20. They're going to mark him at the 15-yard line. But football IQ on display for Cole Brenner.
Reichel did his best to make the tackle, too, and he kind of got run over.
Well, he was the only thing stopping Brenner from the end zone. All right, so here go the Orioles, already up 24.
In the red zone.
In the red zone. Going to be a pass, slant, got his man, and reaching across the goal line and in for the touchdown. It's the second today for Rudy Kletch, a 15-yard strike from Eisenberger to Kletch.
2 catches for 61 yards and 2 touchdowns. Not a bad night.
That's a performance, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's a performance.
We're playing a little Back to the Future soundtrack.
I hear that, right? Huey Lewis and the News.
Yeah.
Hang on here. I know the name of the song. Oh, Power of Love. Yeah, they just said it. But that's what it is. That was the closing credits. Power of Love on the first Back to the Future. That was closing credits song.
Also, when Marty and his girlfriend kiss in front of the courthouse. It's the power of love.
In the first one?
Yeah.
Okay. Extra point is no good. All right, 30-0. Let's step aside and come back here. It'll be Cadott on the receiving end of the Stanley-Boyd kick. You're watching the Zaleski Sports Game of the Week presented by Security Health Plan. Yeah, and you think about all the different techniques he's got to have in his repertoire, right? All the arrows in his quiver, and he's got all of them here today.
I mean, medium well. Do you want it rare? Special orders, pickles, no pickles, ketchup, no ketchup.
You know, what we're seeing here, Paul, the spatula control is unreal.
Yeah, it's one of those deals where he's got absolutely no beef. He's just focused on doing his job. Yeah, I mean, without these cooks, everyone would just truly be fried.
Just when I thought I knew something, Back to the Future movie expert Dan Ross next to me. Look at the slant route, and it's just nothing but wide open turf for Kletch. You know, late to the scene there was Gavin Roscoe. And then look at Kletch, though. Look at the athleticism to get that ball across, because that ball broke the plane on the goal line, and then when he brought it back in and tumbled forward. But it's when
counts.
It's when the ball broke the plane, the play was dead right there. And nice, just all-around football move by Kletch. What a player.
Really impressed with the Orioles here.
Yeah.
I believe it's their home opener. Most teams flip-flop home and away their first two games. You want one of each before you get into the conference schedule that starts next week.
Coming up next week in most locations.
8-man still trailing a little bit.
Yeah. Well, 11-player. The reason I say that, there's still a couple of stragglers out there that don't have a 7-game conference schedule. So that's what I meant. I probably shouldn't have even said it, because what does it matter? Here's the kick for the Orioles. I say things all the time, though, Dan, that don't matter.
Ball still on the ground.
Okay. Scooped up. And running into, as I say, a host of Orioles is Isaac Wellner. We do have one Stanley-Boyd player on the ground, and it looks like he's going to get back up. Just got caught up in the wash there.
Yeah, in a 30-0 game, the last thing you want to see is anybody get hurt, especially seriously.
A little bit of hitch in the giddy up there with Brody Westrom, but he is getting up back to his sideline. He was moseying gingerly. He'll be all right. Rub some dirt on it.
We're just about ready to get into school and volleyball.
I called my first volleyball game on Tuesday.
All right.
Wow. Yeah, all right. Here comes the run right at us, Dan. And, boy, what a tackle. Let's get the number there of that young man. And Brenner, there he is again. Cole Brenner just making plays all over the place here as he dropped Owen Fassbender. And a gain of 2, though, for Fassbender. But you like to see those defensive backs come up and put a stick on somebody. Not afraid to get the shoulder pads in on the action. Okay, so here are the Hornets now. Second and, it's going to be officially 9, it looks like. Yep. And Bovey with the carry and ran into a bunch of orange shirts.
Yeah, a lot more success running outside the tackles for Cadott. The interior line is really stout.
Yeah, we take a look at guys like Riley Shad out there, Dylan Sichter, and others. We talked already about Storm Teary a couple times. These are some big names out there for the Orioles, just creating havoc, making it tough. Here's third down. Pitch goes to the left, and there we go again. Just more penetration for the Orioles, and it's going to bring up a fourth down for Cadott. Loyal Greenwood continues to impress. They're up over Neilsville Granton 18-0. What is it? A safety. It was 16-0. Well, hey, score once, score twice, score often.
Big kick.
Punter's getting better as this game goes on. Ball fielded at the 48-yard line. And here comes Brenner to this side. He's got a couple of blockers in front of him, but couldn't get around Carson Hodowanek. Hodowanek was engaged down there, and Brenner just couldn't find his way around him. Trevor's going to dial up the replay here for us. I get a chuckle out of these here because guys are working. You'll see 4 here. Hadovenik here come in, and he's blocking, right? But there's almost too many Orioles to get through and get down the sideline.
Yeah, he's got to read that and go back to the inside, right?
Well, easy to say.
Yeah.
But it's one of those cases, there's almost too many orange shirts down there. Nice return for Brenner. It's going to set up the Orioles at the 20-yard line.
9:14 mark of the second quarter.
Yep. Handoff up the middle and stacked up
well
there.
Right by the Hornets.
Yeah, Logan Dorn on the carry and Bovey with the tackle. Bovey was in there also. I had number 6. I don't find a 6 on my roster for Cadott. It looked like a 6 to me. 61. Thank you, Garrett. 61, Drew Reichel on the tackle.
Lost a 3.
Yep, swing pass. And breaking more tackles out there. This guy is tough to bring down. Rudy Kletch again. Yeah. Okay, so a somewhat rare third down here for Stanley-Boyd. 3rd and 5. Hornets unsure of personnel. I don't know if they have 11 out there. Been tough enough to stop 11 on 11. Slant pass again and gliding into the end zone untouched. Another touchdown pass for Carter Eisenberger. Who do we have there, Garrett? 6 on the reception? Oh, let's do it. That's what the replays are for.
He doesn't want to show us his number.
Isn't that something? It was 6. Yep, Madden 6. Marr. So Madden Marr with the reception.
He had the great block earlier.
Orioles are spreading it all over. Here now, see the tee was out there, Dan, the block, and this time they'll kick it. These Orioles are sneaky. And
that one's good.
Sent it through on a line, on a frozen rope, just over the crossbar. And second quarter score is Stanley-Boyd 37, Cadott nothing. You're watching the Zaleski Sports Game of the Week, presented by Security Health Plan.
$2 for $6 cheeseburgers at A&W.
Who's going there after the game?
Maybe us.
Could be us. Could be us. Yeah, A&W in Cadott and A&W in Withee and also in Spencer. All proud supporters of us here at Zaleski Sports.
Yeah, they're making a comeback a little bit. I like it. Really good food.
And, and in Colby, too. Did I say that? Withee and Colby. Yep, new location in Colby.
Stop in, have some burgers. Good fries as well. Long kick. Back to the 10.
And brought down just over the 25. Nice little return there by Riley Winsell, sophomore.
What else we got for some scores here?
Well, there's others.
Amherst looking good early on in the season. And what a conference that's going to be this year, the CWC Large.
Yeah. Amherst, Stratford. Colby will come around. My understanding is they're without a couple of their guys, so that Colby Hornets team will round into shape later on. Wittenberg, Burnhamwood, still a question mark over there. Coming off a couple of nice seasons. I'm being told may be in a down period right now, but if I've learned one thing, Dan, it's never count out a Charger. Never.
No, and they're usually strong second half of the season.
Yeah. Same as Amherst, run of none there on first down. I remember sitting with you last year in the Red Zone channel, and we kind of got after those Amherst Falcons because they had a slow start last year.
They were playing really well at the end of the season.
Well, they certainly did, didn't they? Yeah, they certainly did.
Been a while since they've made a run, a deep playoff run. Maybe this is the year.
Okay, well, let's see if we can find out. But you say they're ahead now. Scores are all over the top of the screen. Here is Reichel on the move. Reichel avoids one. Little shoulder shake.
That's
and
a first down.
Shakes the would-be tackler off, and a run of, we'll give him 11, because I think that may have been a loss on first down. And here's the replay. Dan, go ahead. Tell the folks what you see.
See the little shimmy right here. Number 55 blows by. Punches him off, but he does get caught from behind.
I like the shimmy.
Yeah. Falls across. That's a good gain. Back to live action from the shotgun. 6.5 minutes to play before halftime. Another pass play. Rolling to his right. This time he's going to find the sideline. He actually found the Oriole coach. Nice grab on the sideline.
Yeah. Hi, Coach.
Earlier on in the game, he didn't throw it away. That time he threw it away.
You learn as you go.
Yeah.
I mentioned that at the top of our broadcast today.
Right-handed, a little bit easier to throw on the run if you're going to your right than if you're going to your left.
6 minutes to play in the half. A couple of first downs for the Hornets here in this first half. 2nd and 10 now upcoming. Reichel, again, stands with one running back to his left, and we'll give, that's Bovey, and Bovey looking for room up the middle, and Dan, you said earlier that's not really where it's been, and there it wasn't either, a gain of about 2.
He's had a couple of runs for losses, but he's touched the ball a lot for the Hornets tonight.
Okay, so 3rd down.
12 carries, 16 yards.
Yeah. Yep. Now under 2 yards a carry.
Yeah, he had a couple losses in there from the little pitches.
Okay, Reichel takes a look around, puts one in motion, now is going to sprint left under pressure right away. Wow, came flying in from that right end position. You get a number there for you, 53. Really 53 broke that up. London Mertens. Mertens came in like some sort of a high-speed Oriole coming around the corner. But he disrupted that play right from the start. Trevor's going to go ahead, Trevor, roll it up here. You see him come around from the outside, blows right past the left tackle, and Reichel didn't have anything to do after that.
Yeah, not much the running back could do. Yeah. 2nd quarterback sack by the Orioles. This punt is high and short.
Yeah, Orioles will say get away. I don't know what their word is. A lot of teams use fire, right?
Yep.
Fire means get away.
That is a 17-yard punt.
Okay, so Orioles with a chance to put more points on the board here. Again, they already lead at 37-0.
The clock's running.
Clock is running, and my question is why? It's still the first half.
It's a friendly agreement.
Huh. All right.
I have seen this before.
All right. Well, I've seen a couple of things, right? I've seen trickery with the kicking block. Now I've seen a running clock in the first half.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, technically it's supposed to be, this is all second half or fourth quarter, but there's options in there.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we play here with a big Orioles lead, and around the corner and turning the corner is Jackson Gint. Gint's still on the move. He's going to have a gain of, they finally put it down here, a gain of 13 for Gint and a first down for the Orioles, and they quickly come back to the line of scrimmage.
That's what they do.
It's
they
Oriole
flock
stuff.
together.
Oriole stuff, man. You know, you leave the nest and you flock right to it.
Handoff in the end around on the near side. Nice blocking downfield. Another chunk gain. 13 more.
Yep, 13 more as we see Caleb Westrom for the first time today carrying the ball.
And they sprint back. Cadott's having a hard time even getting new people onto the field. Another first down.
11-yard run there. And that was Madden Marr on the carry. Just west of here in Eau Claire, it's Chippewa Falls on the road all over Eau Claire Memorial, 28-0. Chippewa Falls stung Spash last week and now romping over Memorial.
Yeah, when we get a chance, we should talk a little bit about what's going on in the Wisconsin Valley this year.
Sure. I think we'll have a chance in the second half, the way this one is trending. Alex Williams with the carry. And he'll rip off about 4 yards on first down.
Already going pretty deep in the depth chart, Orioles.
Well, that's the luxury they have with the big lead.
From the shotgun.
To the corner, leaping grab.
That was almost a great catch.
Yeah, it almost was, but I tell you, it was defended well by Gavin Roscoe. Roscoe knocked it away. The pass from Eisenberger.
See that on replay.
Yeah, let's do it.
I already got to see it twice.
It was a well-run route. Yeah. You won your tape delay over here.
A little more stickum needed.
Yeah, it was Gint ran the route well.
Yeah, it was a good pass.
Yeah, Roscoe got his hand in there and
put it where he had to.
Here is third down.
Little counter. Ooh, good stick. Good tackle.
Yeah, that tackle made there by 75, Lucas Bourget. I'm giving him the French pronunciation.
I like it.
Well, this part of the state, you get that sometimes.
1 minute to play before halftime. It's going to be 4th and about 7, so big chance for the Hornets to hold tight.
And then we got Bratz coming.
We do.
Motion man is Westrom. And throw to the back
open.
of the end zone and caught for the touchdown. The Orioles strike again. Touchdown hauled in by Jackson Gint as he ran the post. Eisenberger threw it to the post. And touchdown Orioles, we'll see it again. Just and off the back foot, they call that off platform. That's the buzzword these days for that type of throw. But the post route run quite crisply by Jackson Gint.
Yeah, just watch how he gets open. And just a slant on the far outside here. And there's no inside help. Yeah.
Did what coach told him to do.
Yeah.
Did Jackson Gint. Step aside, last commercial before halftime. You're watching the Zaleski Sports Game of the Week, presented by Security Health Plan.
At Fleet Farm, we're all about your everyday, but not just any old day. Here, every day's opening day. Every day's a school day. Every day's a monster day. And every day is too short. Whatever makes your day, Fleet Farm's got everything you need for everyday life.
Nearing our first final score of the night, and it is Alma Pepin 36 and Assumption nothing. That game being played in Wisconsin Rapids. Steve Maves on the call. And just over 5 minutes left, and the Eagles of Alma Pepin will beat the Assumption Royals again. This is, I think, the third year in a row the teams have played, and it's been about that score 3 years running now. Something like that, anyway.
Yeah, pulling away late. It was 14-0 not too long ago. Oh. Assumption down a little bit in numbers. Skill players, little questionable. Just
in a down period.
Yeah, you know, some of these schools in the area losing enrollment year over year, and you're trying to get 11 guys on the field at once, and you have less than 20 out for the team. It's so tough.
Kickoff here is another beauty, and it's going to stay in bounds. A coffin corner on a kickoff, Dan. Those are tough to come by. And it's going to be the tough just got tougher here for Cadott before the half.
That was unbelievable.
You just don't see that.
A little English on it.
Yeah, English is right. The other team in central Wisconsin struggling with numbers, the Pacelli Cardinals. They're down to Brookfield Academy 28-6. I believe they had 18 out for the team this year. And in 11-player football, 18 is not a winning number.
Yeah, and both of those teams are in the...
They're in the CWC Small.
The old Merriwood. That's the CWC Small, and that is Edgar and Iola territory. A lot of feasting going to happen this year, I believe.
It was halftime last week. I think you were out and about at half, and Edgar, athletic director Jim Steinke, told me that the league had actually accepted the name CWC Small Merriwood.
Yeah, I was there for that.
You were there, okay. Yeah, I'm still not sure I believe Jim, but that's the story he was telling me.
Some would say that Merriwood has a lot of pride.
Well, they used to. But until the office in Stevens Point tells me that's the conference name, it's the CWC Small, and that's just the way things work. I play things pretty loose and fast, but I'm a technical guy at the same time.
Cadott's going to run this thing out, and it's halftime.
All right, well, we have reached the halftime break. It is the Stanley-Boyd Cardinals at home all over the Cadott Hornets, 44-0. Dan, every week on Mondays, 6 p.m., we show you our Hard Knocks series. This year it is the Stevens Point Panthers, and we will turn to that now. This was Monday night's Hard Knocks, brought to you by Zaleski Sports.
Ready, begin!
They play physical. They play physical. We have to be able to match them. We have to be able to pound it. We have to do that on both sides of the ball. Okay? I talked about it. The worst thing is to sit there and think, what if? Worst thing is to sit there and think, what if, right? What if we didn't have all those stupid penalties, the last couple weeks at practice? Probably would have been cleaner tonight, right? What if we didn't have, issues, hand the ball off, and just things like that? What if we didn't have those issues?
Gavin, then you got man. So you take 2 steps forward, okay? You got man on that guy. You got man on that guy. Big Billy. You got man on this right end. Okay, so you're game one. It's a good practice. Like 2 steps forward. I might turn.
Steve, what do you want me to do?
I'll just take you. Okay? You guys are blitzing, and then you're just free. You can.
Oh, yeah. Ready.
We're good.
Hey, cross, but your goal is to take a block.
Yeah, fell. Oh my God. I was literally ran him over.
Okay, ideally, your job is to take a block.
Yeah.
I was untouched.
You don't need to do that.
That's the problem. Well, looked at me and then turned the other way. Just let me go.
Ready. Okay, that's pretty good. Who's next? Cooper? Is that Kalani? Ready. Okay, that ain't it. You're out.
Yeah, get out of here.
Cooper? Hey, I respect it, Kalani, but that's not it, buddy. Ready. Okay.
Give him another chance.
Give him another chance. You were center here.
Okay, you ain't that way.
Hey, it's about executing when you're asked to here. Stepping up.
Let's go.
Love it. Clap it up. Good week of practice. Okay. Now, like we talked about, we don't want to build up games too much, but we want to start 1-0. All right. We want to make sure we're going there, and no matter what, we hang our hats on physical play, okay? Physical play, right? Making sure that they feel who they played in that game. All right, that's our goal. Every play, we're trying to play physical. Hit a guy hard, do your job. All right, coaches?
Go along with the equipment, fellas. Eye black. No one sets of eye black policy. I don't want to have to worry about somebody running inside.
I already see your face. No, you're not doing it.
That's right. It's directly towards you, baby.
Just hide it down there.
No, directly. I don't want to have to worry about you wiping off your makeup before the game. Okay, I'm worried about coaching and playing against Chippewa Falls, not of what you got on your face.
From AJ, he's going to talk about his story, his message, which is about finish. So, like I said a little bit, I know AJ from being at Kohler, and he's done a lot of his life around sports, specifically basketball, a lot of hoops. But he's been around sports. He's done that for a long time in a lot of different capacities. So he'll share his story here.
For Whitewater men's basketball, a national championship is the goal. A goal shared by players, coaches, and especially student manager AJ Boschini.
He's without question one of the most passionate people I've ever seen.
Don't place any limitations on what you can do. Never quit on any situation. Always strive to make a positive impact on others. Surround yourself with good people and help not yourself, but more importantly others along the way. Lastly, remember to work hard to finish every day.
See, what did we earn these last 9 months? Okay, what did we earn? Right, we come out, we play smash football, every play, new finishing contact, every play.
Short kick, caught at the 11-yard line by Johnny Matthews. He'll cut to the right sideline, 30, 40, 35, brought down just past the 35-yard line. Chandler's going to roll right, look to throw. He's got some time now. Off balance throw, overthrew his man, incomplete. And it's going to be 1, 2, 3 and out. Rolling left is Potter. He's going to look to try into the corner. He's going to get hit. And it's going to be in. It's a rule. That's a fumble. That's a fumble. And all the way down inside the 20 is Owen Vandenelzen. Adelina to the back, off to the left. 3 receivers, top of your screen. Man in motion. Fakes the jet pass. Chandler's going to break an ankle, keep it himself, diving for the 5, spinning to the goal line, and they're going to mark him just short. Everyone else tight to the formation. Chandler keeps it himself, driving for the goal line, and he's in. Touchdown! Smash. Looking to throw. And he throws through the hands of the defender, then through the hands of the receiver, and it's incomplete. 9:26 to go, 4th down and 10. The Smash offense staying out there. Trips receivers, bottom of your screen. Chandler rolling right, pressure coming backside. Gonna look to throw, got deep, got a man wide open. Got his man inside the 5 to the end zone. And he's in, touchdown. Cole Miller. 34 yards to Miller, and on 4th down, he did the out and up and scored with ease. High, side spiraling kick. The call, that's off him again, but he's able to hang on this time. Breaks 1 tackle, breaks 2 tackles, 40, 45, 50. Runs through a tackler, inside Smash territory, back to the 44-yard line. Brett Christo's got his hand in the dirt. Potter to throw, looking up the seam. Underthrown, what a catch! And into the 10-yard line is Sam Hebert on a gain of 34. In double wing, everyone else tied to the formation. LeMay is going to get the sweep cutting right. Jump cuts back in to the goal line, and he's in. Touchdown! Motion across the formation. Chandler looking to throw. Rolling right. He's got time. Now he's going to flush back left. Off his back foot. Throws it short. And it's going to be intercepted. And that'll take us to the half. We have played 1 half of football here on Zaleski Sports, week number 1. 14-7 Smash opening night.
It's an I want to tackle. And then pre-snap, when you're getting ready in your stance, you better, your mindset is I hope they run the ball here. Got it? I'm going to make the tackle. It's not, oh crap, I hope they run away from me. You understand? I just know what you guys can do, and we're not there right now. Okay, we're not there right now. Okay? We don't, it's not that they're a bad team, it's just that they're giving us the looks we said, right? They're in final 5. Have they been tight at all? Inside. On the goal line, yeah. On the goal line, right. That's what we told you. They might go tight on the goal line, and they're going to dive inside. Okay, it's everything that we talked about, so we just got to execute the game plan. Okay, we got to execute the game plan there. All right. We told you they're going to blitz. They're going to play fast. They're going to hit hard for how they're a little smaller, but they're strong and athletic. Okay, so we got to be able to match them, right? Now again, if we keep pounding, pound, and we play physical, like we talked about, now in the 3rd, 4th quarter, that's when they start getting more tighter too.
It is not. It's going to be a dive play. Matthews diving for the line to gain. I don't think he got it. He did not. He needed 3. He got 2. Boland on one side, LeMay near side. Now a sweep for Boland. Gets a lead block. What a block! Up the middle. He is gone. 20, 10, 5. Touchdown! Chippewa Falls. Jackson Boland. Motion man. Sweep. And another big block in space. And a 1st down and plenty more. Finally knocked out of bounds inside. Double wing look. Toss, cutting left. Boland gets a big block up the seam. He'll just cut back in, and he'll walk in for the touchdown. Madalena off to his left. Twin receivers, bottom of your screen. Hand off, Madalena cuts forward. He's got a hole. 45, 40s, driving the legs forward. The ball came out, and Chippewa Falls looks like they have it. And a personal foul face mask adds 15 and an automatic 1st down. Looking to throw, looking deep, looking for Hebert. Got him in stride at the 20, and he falls to the turf at the 17-yard line. Sweep for Boland, and he's in. Touchdown, Chippewa Falls from 10 yards out. The 3rd score of the game for Boland. 15-point lead for Chippewa Falls here in quarter number 4. Looking to throw, quick pass, get knocked down and picked off. In, touchdown. And 5 unanswered touchdowns for Chippewa Falls. Final score, Chippewa Falls 36 and the Smash Panthers 21.
They were the hunters tonight, 100%, 100%, okay? We had an opportunity up 14-0. We didn't have the ball at least once in that opportunity, and we didn't take advantage of it. okay? I got offensive linemen tell me you can run all day. We were calling run plays. We're not running all day, okay? So we got to quit playing some lip service, and we got to go out there and start smoking guys again, okay? We got to get that chip on our shoulder back, all right? Here it is, okay? Here, that thing's done and over with. Now we move on, all right? And remember, tomorrow is a day that we're prepping for next Thursday. That's what it's like. They play physical. They play physical. We have to be able to match them. We have to be able to pound it. We have to do that on both sides of the ball. Okay? I talked about it. The worst thing is to sit there and think, what if? The worst thing is to sit there and think, what if? Yeah, I think we were a little sloppy, but it's a place to start from. So that's kind of our mentality right now, and we'll have to figure it out and clean up some of those operational things.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now. Be ready for your season with Play It Again Sports of Eau Claire. Play It Again Sports is just down the road, south of the 5393 intersection in Eau Claire. Just tell them you saw this commercial on Zaleski Sports and get $5 off any $50 order and $10 when you spend $100. Play It Again Sports, buy, sell, trade, and be ready for your season. It is the Zaleski Sports Game of the Week presented by Security Health Plan. Promises kept, plain and simple. Have a look at that sunset out there, Dan Ross. That is something spectacular out in the western.
It's really pretty.
The western half of the state here.
Makes you think about how small we are in this world.
Pretty much. And then clear skies tonight, which I don't know a whole lot about. Weather and all those kind of things, but I know that means some colder temperatures when there aren't any clouds to blanket. Clouds are like a blanket over us, can keep in the heat. So the heat will dissipate. The heat on the field, though, has all been the Stanley-Boyd Orioles. They have raced out to a 44-0 lead. We will start the second half with a running clock, but before that start begins, Dan's going to end our halftime with some first half stats. Go ahead, Dan Ross.
What team would you like first?
How about the Cadott Hornets?
Yeah. Not a whole lot.
Since you have the page up.
Yeah. Not a whole lot to talk about. Warren Bovee has been the workhorse. 13 carries, 16 yards. Plus 5 other yards lost on the pass. So a lot of carries, a lot of action. Not a whole lot to speak of.
That defensive line for the Orioles has been something to deal with, and the Hornets just don't have an answer for it. Not tonight.
Owen Fassbender, 3 carries, 6 yards. And Riley Winsell has an interception.
Winsell, I was told. Yep, interception. Nice job there for that young man. Early in the game.
Yeah, Stanley-Boyd. Let's go defense first. Aaron Strum had a fumble. Storm Thierry had a sack and a tackle for loss early on. London Mertens had a sack. So a lot of defensive plays. Offensively, not going to hit up everybody, but 2 touchdowns on the game for Rudy Kletch, a 44-yarder and a 15-yarder.
Well, the first one was the fun one, right?
Yep.
I mean, he had Hornets bouncing off of him like jelly beans thrown at the parade next weekend.
Yep. Madden Marr has 2 catches for 28 yards, including a 13-yard touchdown.
We'll see many named Madden, perhaps an homage to the great John Madden, perhaps.
Could very well be. Yeah. Jackson Gint, 2 catches, 25 yards, and a 12-yard touchdown.
Yeah, I liked his 12-yard poster out in the end zone. That was something pretty nice. Yeah. And, of course, Carter Eisenberger at quarterbacks made a lot of those plays possible for these Orioles tonight. He has looked sharp from the start.
Rudy Kletch, probably the leading candidate for player of the game, but who knows? Second half
who
underway.
knows? Here it is as the Hornets kick it. They fielded at the 25-yard line. A little bamboozling back there as the ball changed hands. You don't hear that word every day, do you?
Do you think that was planned, or do you think the guys went onto the field and said, hey, let's do something this time?
Special teams coach said, here's what we're going to do. Yeah.
Special teams coach, assuming that it's one guy, and who knows in high school.
Yeah.
You know, they're just full of trickery.
Well, they have to be, right? It's kind of their specialty on the special teams unit.
Trying to convince the head coach, we want to do something. Let us do it.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it, Coach, and you got to trust me here. You hired me here for a reason. Trust me. I saw something out there. Number of black shirts on the Stanley-Boyd sideline, so coaching staff is here in full throat tonight. The running play here underway, and a big one to start this second half for Stanley-Boyd. And there is Kletch again. Kletch is clutch all game long.
Yeah, it's a pretty good way to start the second half.
Decent. Decent, for sure. Well,
pickup of 29?
Yeah, they're really, you've heard this phrase before, but they really are 31. Starting right where they left off in the first half. All that's changed is the quarter on the scoreboard. Play here in the third quarter. Ball's on the floor, though. A missed handoff as that bounced off of the hip of Madden Marr as Eisenberger missed the handoff. And the Hornets, another turnover recovered by Cadott tonight. That their third.
Yeah, it is a 44-0 game, but 3 turnovers on the night by Stanley-Boyd.
Yeah, and coaches, they're always itching after the game or on Monday film to tell you what you did wrong. And they'll have 3 turnovers to be able to accomplish that mission. Coaches just love telling you when you did something wrong. Right? That's their job.
Enjoy this win, but we got things to take care of.
That's pretty much how the postgame huddle is going to go. Garrett shaking his head, yes. See, everybody knows it. There's a run here, another tough one for Bovey.
Enjoy this one tonight. We're back at it.
Yeah, waits on Sunday. Yep, Garrett shakes his head yes again. Yeah. All right, gain of about 4 for Bovey. As the Hornets come back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 6. Reichel takes the shotgun snap, hands off to the back to his right. Carried ahead for about 1. Another carry for Bovey.
We see this a lot in high school football in the area, that teams from better conferences seem to do better against teams against weaker conferences, and it's not just the competition, just other teams carry other teams up to get better year over year over year. And that's kind of what we're seeing. The Clover Belt, traditionally very strong conference. That's where we have Stanley-Boyd. Lakeland Conference, maybe a little less so.
Here's a run, and it's going to be Reichel hauling it forward, a gain of a few. It's going to bring up 4th down, 4th and 2 coming up for Cadott. And with the running clock situation here in the second half, we have seen plenty of the punt team in the first half, so you would suspect another offensive play coming.
Yeah,
nothing left to prove for the punt team.
Nope.
No.
I have a lot of practice on it tonight.
A lot of practice, plenty of film to get better.
Some bad.
Yep. You think the special teams coach has his own special speech for those guys later on? Hey guys, I'm punt tonight.
I will say, as someone who isn't special teams coach, Eagles are fragile over there.
Yeah, certainly can be. Bovey off the right side. That's going to be enough for a Cadott Hornets first down and a strong 5-yard run for Warren Bovey.
I've been impressed with the Orioles tonight. A lot of size both ways. A little careless with the ball every now and then, but Definitely bright future. They're going to be a good team. They're going to be a playoff team this year.
They have given you a lot of reasons to be impressed.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, first down for Cadott as the first time they have entered Orioles territory here tonight. And, yeah, some going, some not going, and flags fly aplenty.
That was just funny because the wide receiver jumped, and immediately both guys just tangled.
Yeah. Well, that's what we've been doing all game out
It's
here.
true.
This is the dance that we have all night long.
The cornerback isn't even looking at the ball. He's just looking at the receiver, waiting for him to move.
Yeah.
To hit him.
Yeah.
Jam him off the line.
It's what we do out here on the fringes of the football field.
Big hit.
Yeah, nice tackle there put on by Caden Paul.
Bovey's going to go home tonight and go into an ice bath.
Yeah. Yeah. We heard from our player of the game last week from Edgar. No ice, no ibuprofen, no nothing. He said, I just wake up and I'm as fresh as a daisy the next day.
Full beard.
Full beard.
It's his third year in the NFL.
You know, could that be it? Is pain leaving his body through his facial hair?
Maybe.
Could that be it?
For those that didn't see it, take a look on YouTube, the Edgar Ladysmith game.
Yeah. Yeah, highlights are out and about on Facebook too, and nowhere to go for Aiden Reichel. Chased down and a sack on the play. 55, we are being told, by Josh Hager with the sack.
Someone checked that Edgar kid's birth certificate. We have like a Little League scandal going on.
Well, he said the guys do ask him on the other team. And he says, listen, I got my ID here. Just come cash me after the game, and I'll show you my ID.
He has a thicker beard than I've ever grown in my life.
Yeah,
and I'm 45 years old.
It's impressive.
Yeah.
It's impressive.
Ball on the ground.
Yeah, a low snap is not going to help Reichel. Oof. Yeah. And it's going to bring up fourth and forever for the Cadott Hornets.
Josh Hager, another big hit.
Yep, and also
now we have a little jawing going on, which nobody wants to see in a 44-0 game.
Dylan Seichter also in on the hits. All right, so fourth and a very long ways.
Got a punt.
Well, I don't know. Well, yeah, they will. I mean, I suppose you have to, but if you don't, it's not going to change the outcome of the game. It doesn't so appear, but they will punt. You were right.
That's a good one.
Yeah, very nice punt. That punt game, again, the Hornets have gotten better all game long.
The coach was good on this one.
Return there by Alex Williams. Or was that Brenner? Well, I'll say both names, and one of them are right.
This third quarter is already rolling. 4.5 left to play in the third quarter. I want to get your thoughts on what we've seen here in the first week and a half of the high school football season. It's nice having some Thursday night games, especially early on in the season. Gives me something to do Thursday nights. What are your thoughts on the Wisconsin Valley?
Yeah, while I'm putting my thoughts together, can you take a peek? We had a noon game today, DC Everest at River Falls, and because it has to do with my thoughts, and I think I probably know the outcome without even you telling me what the outcome is.
I'll look.
Yeah.
I was looking up the year the Intergalactic was released. So
yeah, you got me on that one, too. I was wrong there. Hatfield on the carry. Oliver Hatfield. So we get all kinds of new names out here in this second half. But, yeah, we had a noon start today because of weather yesterday in the western part of the state during what was regularly a 7 o'clock kickoff hour, and we had all kinds of things.
Everest, 51-26.
That's a little surprising.
Yeah.
All right, well, I was going to be wrong on that.
Unless the score is put in wrong, but seems doubtful.
Wow. Boy. Okay. Huh. That set me back a step there. Good for the Evergreens. Good for the Evergreens. If that score is correct, good for the Evergreens.
Because it feels like it would be the opposite, but we weren't there.
Well, we've seen scores being put in incorrectly every now and then. Not accidental. I'm going to look up something, Dan. You call this next play. I'm going to verify a score somewhere else I know. We're interchangeable parts up here.
Fourth down, the Hornets almost get the stop. Now he breaks away. What a run by Dawson Ewer. He was hit behind the line. Dragged the defender across the first down line, across midfield, down to the 44 yard line of the Hornets. 2:35 left to play in the third quarter.
Yeah, okay. That's just what I was looking up there, Trevor. Okay, yeah. So 51-26. So a bit of a bright spot for the Wisconsin Valley Conference, a newly aligned Wisconsin Valley Conference. Of course, you've got Wausau West, DC Everest, Stevens Point, Wisconsin Rapids, and Marshfield. Now, most of those teams had been aligned the last 15 years with teams from the Fox Valley, but that agreement had come to an end, and the Wisconsin Valley Conference had lost Wausau East along the way to a downsizing and then a different conference. So
they're the Great Northern now.
East Lumberjacks and the Great Northern. So now
a better fit for them.
For sure. So Eau Claire Memorial and Eau Claire North leave the Big Rivers Conference, and they join those teams I mentioned before: Wausau West, DC Everest, Wisconsin Rapids, Stevens Point. If I said that twice, my apologies. And Marshfield. And week one for that conference was no bueno. They were abused by the Big Rivers Conference. The lone win for the Wisconsin Valley was Wausau West at Superior. Superior, though, looks like they're going to struggle this year. They were running clocked by Stevens Point last night. Marshfield at the tornado break was down to Menominee at Menominee 35-10. That game suspended due to a tornado in the neighborhood last night. And then DC Everest and River Falls, so again, more Big Rivers versus Wisconsin Valley non-conference action this week. DC Everest, though, got the win. So good win there for a Valley Conference team. But, yeah, it's a down period now, it seems, for the Wisconsin Valley. And two of those teams, an interception here, Dan.
Yeah, backup quarterback, backups all over the place.
Yeah, that's Kellen Blanchette with the interception.
Yeah, Jason called me at about 8 o'clock last night. I was making a purchase at Best Buy.
That's where you were? Okay.
A big purchase. I have my arms stretched out in front of me.
It's about time you spend some of that money you're sitting on.
Yeah, and he called me, and he's roping tornadoes over there towards Menominee.
Yeah, it was something different, all right, that's for sure. Let's see here. So we've got two of those former Big Rivers teams, now Wisconsin Valley teams in action on the network right now. It's New Richmond in that Big Rivers Wisconsin Valley series, beating up on Eau Claire North 28-7. And where's Memorial here, Trevor? I don't see it on there. Maybe they're in commercial. Oh, they're at halftime now. But at last check, Memorial was losing at last check bigly to Chippewa Falls.
Yeah, and I mean, I think it's going to be a fun conference. I think it's going to be highly contested. And the Big Rivers, really good teams.
Must be right now. They must have it all right now. And Wisconsin Valley doesn't. So, so all that to tell you, you asked my opinion of the Wisconsin Valley Conference. Down from all corners, it looks like. I thought coming into the year, maybe Stevens Point might have been the front runner. I'm inconclusive right now if Wausau West will have a say in there, but
that Everest win is a good win today.
That's a surprising score, so I don't know what to make of that because Everest got ran out of Rice Lake last week. I mean, Rice Lake put it to. Now, Rice Lake's a very good football team.
Yeah. They're usually Division II also.
Well, they are Division II again this year, but they've got a chance to again make some noise throughout the season. I'm still not sold though on Everest. I would need to watch that River Falls game, but a down year right now, and it could be some one and outs come playoff time for those teams should they make the playoffs.
Yeah, and 3 or 4 are going to make it.
Correct, right? You need to have a winning conference record, and by default, you're going to have a handful of those teams in any conference be playoff eligible.
Okay. That's the end of the third quarter.
All right, pass incomplete, end of the third quarter, and our score remains Stanley-Boyd 44 and Cadott nothing. You're watching the Zaleski Sports Game of the Week, presented by Security Health Plan. Paul, what we're looking for today first is that basic shopper, the one that's going to go for fruit that's in season right now, because those are the easy picks, the raspberry, the strawberry, the blueberry. But the experts, the one who are going to get the job done today and shine bright on a day like today, those are the ones shopping for the mangoes.
And when you think about vegetables at the grocery store, really there's a lot at stake, because at this point your next stop is the meat market. You don't want to be chicken when you go ahead and pick out your vegetables. You got to make sure you got the right pairing.
When you double clutch on your list, that's when things quickly spiral out of control.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Milwaukee?
That's a good play.
As we come back here, fourth quarter action, and Dan, tell us what we missed.
Max Conley knocked a pass away just as it was reaching the wide receiver's hands.
All right.
2nd and 10, or 3rd and 10 by the scoreboard.
So Stanley-Boyd's going to move their record to 2-0 and enter conference play. And I'm going to have a peek at the schedule. You asked me questions because you think I've got some reasonable answers, and I watch a lot of these games across the state, so I probably know a couple things, maybe more than the guy walking down Main Street knows. Next play here for the Hornets.
Rolling out to his left, being chased, tossed out of bounds.
Yeah, nice
hit
run,
pretty
though.
hard.
7-8 yards there for Aiden Reichel. So Fall Creek is here next week. And then things get a little interesting. At Mondovi, and I'm trying to figure out what that game is. I think I know things, but then all of a sudden I don't know something. Anyway, so at Mondovi, that'll be a tough game on the 13th. That'll be a nice litmus test for these Orioles coming up on September 13th. And then, of course, the one everybody looks forward to is October 5th. It is at Eau Claire Regis that day, and likely conference championship will be decided this year on October 5th. It is Stanley-Boyd at Regis. Dan, who do they play on September 20th?
Spectrum, Minnesota.
Are they playing an out-of-state team? Well,
hey.
So now is the time in the chat where we tell you about playoff seeding.
Why not?
Well, because it has to do with playing a team out of state. So playoff seeding, we here at Zaleski Sports have a expert handle on the seed formula. VIP members get to see the seeds well before anybody else does in the state. And then the playoffs come out and the brackets are like, hey, they do know what they're talking about. There is my team. They are the 3 seed. Man, I thought they're going to be the 2. Well, and that can happen. Strength of schedule is a big part of that seed formula, that mathematical formula that determines your playoff seed. And when you play a team out of state, it throws a loop on the formula. Yeah. It throws the formula for a loop because the WIAA is not interested in grading teams from other states. So that team...
It'd be tough.
It'd be almost impossible. You'd have to hire a whole room full of people to be able to do that because Wisconsin teams are playing teams in Michigan, they're playing teams in Minnesota, in Iowa, and in Illinois.
Yep.
So you'd have to be experts on all of these states. And then what would happen later, right? You get exponentially difficult because now a Minnesota team played a South Dakota team. And then a South Dakota team played in Oklahoma, and it would go on and on from there, exponential.
Yeah, and...
So we don't do that around here.
Yeah, friend of the show, Travis Wilson with sports.net, helps us out quite a bit. And kudos to that organization because they provide a service that very few other states around us have.
Almost none. So what happens is when you play a team from out of state, your strength of schedule... It gets a 500 record, so it's essentially as if that game didn't happen. Now, if you lose,
probably unfairly,
yeah, honestly. To a certain extent. But if you happen to lose that game, well, then you're not penalized. If you happen to win that game, there's no benefit. You are scored as 0-0 for that week on your strength of schedule.
Well, yeah, but you're penalized because win-loss does go into effect. So it's a game that you feel like you have to win.
That's a good point, right? Because your strength of schedule weakens then.
Yeah.
At a minimum. Now, again, if you were to win that game, then you really like to have that one on your strength of schedule. So, Stanley-Boyd playing the Minnesota team, Osseo Fairchild, not able to compete on the football field this year, and took that game off the schedule. So that's how that happened. But anyway, seeds. We're way too early to be talking about actual playoff seeds. But
give it another 2-3 weeks, it'll start shaking out a little bit.
Word to the wise, starting in... Oh, gosh, now I'm doing math here. Starting in 9 days, we will have our very first mathematical rankings. This is not an opinion poll. This is an actual mathematical ranking, a fact of how the teams stack up against each other, and we begin to slot those teams up seed-wise, just like the WIAA will. And you can find those seed scores on your favorite team at ZaleskiSports.com. Click VIP. Okay, there's my seed speech.
Yeah, last year, obviously we are number nerds. We love brackets. We love seeds. We love having the data at the palm of our hands.
I'm up till 2, 3 in the morning looking at it sometimes, just as a fan.
Yeah, me too, actually. And it really isn't until you get to week 5 or week 6 where the numbers start making some sense.
Well, it matches what you think you saw, right?
Yes.
Because there would be some outliers out there, and you say, no way are they a 3 seed just because they're 4-0, and their schedule is tough coming up.
There's a fumble on the punt. It looks like the Orioles got it back.
But that's an important point, too, Dan. I don't mean to derail you here, but those seed scores are a snapshot of a moment in time, right? It does not take into account future schedules, and that's for you to put your own knowledge into when you're reading those seed scores, and then you follow along, right? And you're okay. Well, if my favorite team does go 3-1 the rest of the way out, they're probably a solid 2. People can start to put that all together.
Yeah, it's tough in football too because you don't know what the regions are. It's not like basketball where we already know what the sectionals are for basketball. We've known it since May or June.
Yeah, no, we got pretty close last year, and then we got some valuable information from WIAA football commissioner Tom Shafransky. He came on the show with us, and he gave us some of that insight. And
that was a good interview.
It was a great interview, and it's out there for anybody. You just Zaleski Sports on YouTube. Just type in the search Zaleski Sports, Tom Shafransky, and you can watch me interview Tom about such things as regional slots and pairings and what we call the hand of God. And Tom says, "Yes, I am God." And but the human intervention on there. But we learned a lot, and you can too. Just go watch that interview. It's about 10 minutes long.
Do we have an updated score of Stratford Edgar?
I will.
Here we go.
Yeah, Trevor's putting it back up. 14-6, is that what I see?
14-0.
It's still a 0. Okay, well. Okay, and then we've got Muskego and Oak Creek 14-10 with 9 minutes to play. What a game there.
Amherst really was putting a hurting on Shiocton. Now it's 43-20. I wonder if that's second stringers in there.
Yeah, must be at this point, right?
Yeah.
Must be. Auburndale Marathon playing close. It's a 10-point game, 24-14 with 4 minutes to play in the third. Chippewa Falls running clock over Eau Claire Memorial, 45-0. Loyal Greenwood continues to romp in Neillsville. They lead Neillsville-Granton 32-0.
I don't know what game this is.
Yeah, it's our scoreboard having fun there again. Well, that's Freedom in Wapaka. Freedom all over Wapaka. Yeah. Big number there. Yeah, some New Richmond, 28-7, 11 to play over Eau Claire North. But if you are going to depart us, our advice is Stratford Edgar. Again, 14-0. They play midway through the third quarter. Nothing solved there, nothing by far.
I'm going to take a picture of what we have set up here so that
all right.
Maybe people at home can copy this.
Sure, if they want. Well, they should.
The setup.
I mean, we tell them all the time, right? Grab some different devices and watch multiple games at the same time. Again, this one a bit out of control here in the second half. And all the players that Dan and I got familiar with in our pregame preparation and then into the first half have all departed us here. So we get a little loosey-goosey on the second end of this broadcast.
How many games we got on here? 12 tonight?
12 tonight, 3 yesterday, 15 for the week. All live and free at ZaleskiSports.com. Yeah, and we had about a dozen volleyball games on this morning. And more volleyball tomorrow on the network.
Go ahead, hit up Zaleski Sports on the X.
X.com. You want me to repost something for you?
Well, I tagged.
Okay, all right. Well, this will just take me a minute here. So if you don't follow at Zaleski Sports, X.com, and you will see our how we and it's really Trevor that does it. How Trevor takes just a simple computer screen and shows a dozen games on it. And Dan and I all look at those games throughout this broadcast and pass along scores to you. Of course, all game long, compliments of Security Health Plan. Promises kept plain and simple. You get to see those scores rotate on the top of your screen.
What a great sponsor. They allow us to go all over the western part of the state. Not just the western part, but we try to focus on places that we don't go very often. Stanley-Boyd's been a fantastic host. Delivered us brats at halftime.
Yeah.
So big shout out to the concession stand.
We have found a new cheat code this year for halftime snacks and refreshment.
Well, Ladysmith did it.
Yeah. Throw behind there just a bit.
And I don't think we've decided where we're going next week quite yet. We should maybe plan ahead of time so we can announce it.
Who wants to do that?
But tall shoes to fill after Ladysmith and Stanley-Boyd delivered us brats at halftime to the press box.
Yeah, well, So 2 now, back-to-back locations, and we are coming to your city, right? Big and Rich.
Yeah.
Country
coming
stars.
to your city.
Well, we are coming to your city. Let's take our final commercial break here of the game. You're watching the Zaleski Sports Game of the Week, presented by Security Health Plan.
We're back with Better Halves. Jane is looking for a better health plan. Jane?
I need someone who'll make time for me. So, how would you two get to know me?
You want time? I'll keep you on hold all night long.
He sounds gross.
Jane, I'm Steve from Security. I won't treat you like a number. I've got award-winning service and coverage made just for you.
Now that's better. Next up, networks.
I had an employee at once ask me to prioritize family, faith, and business, and I put them in that order in particular. For each one of our employees, it's family first. You do what is best for you and your family. Then the rest of it will take care of itself. It's about making sure you make the best decisions for you and your family.
Final 78 seconds of football here from Stanley. Again, Stanley-Boyd will move their record to 2-0, and the loss for the Cadott Hornets will even them at 1-1 on the year. Again, we're telling you that we'll be signing off here in just about a minute's time. Edgar and Stratford in another classic. As they move to the fourth quarter, it is Stratford 14, Edgar nothing. On our drive home, that will be on the speakers in our car.
Love it.
Yep. We look forward to it. Tom King and Mike Steinwagner on the call in Edgar.
How many straight games have those two teams won combined?
Yeah, a lot.
25 maybe?
20-something, yeah, 20-something. Well, what's 9 plus 5? 14. Well, 30. They've won 30 combined, right? Because they each of them went on a 14-game win streak to end the year last year. That's 28. Well, hold on.
Edgar was one more.
29. They've won 29 consecutive
Edgar
together.
won the last 13. Stratford won the last 12.
So 8
25.
plus 13. You're right. 13.
27.
27. 20. Well, that's a lot. 27. Somebody's gonna continue their win streak.
Yeah.
Muskego 21. Oak Creek 10.
Okay, Muskego takes a bigger lead on Oak Creek, 21-10 in the later moments in the fourth quarter.
False start. That's going to be the ball game. They're just going to let this run out.
All right. Well, we hope you've enjoyed our broadcast tonight. Your final score from Stanley. The Stanley-Boyd Orioles victorious tonight as they take down the Cadott Hornets 44-0. Last words for Dan Ross.
If you want us to come to your city, hit us up on x.com, at ZaleskiSports.com, or drop some comments in the YouTube channel. For Dan and Jason, 44-0. Stanley-Boyd advances to 2-0. Have a great night.
Hip impingement and hip labral tear.